What's the number one thing that keeps leaders up at night? My name's Jerry Bierman. I own Alluring Glass. I've been at this for about 17 years. I make these videos for my buddies that lead businesses. And again, I don't want my staff to feel like lab rats, but I do want to use our business as a laboratory to figure out best practices, figure out, right now we're in a season of like, how do we build loyalty? How do we attract, train, and retain great talent? And everything that we're learning, we share with all our friends, right? So we give it all away. We don't believe that we have the best way of doing everything, but we are going to share what's working, and we're certainly going to share what's not working. And so today, just talking about the number one thing that keeps leaders up at night. It's really interesting. When I take a poll, and I'm actually going to jump into a meeting with a bunch of owners in the Conduit network that we're part of, that peer-to-peer mentoring network, and I'm going to pose the question to them as well. Is like, what keeps you up at night? And the overwhelming answer is not money. The overwhelming answer is that they've let somebody down. It's really interesting, when I've talked to leaders and they're like, what really frustrates me, what really disappoints me is when myself or one of my team lets somebody down, when they're disappointed in us. And it could cost a lot of money to fix it, but that doesn't bother most of us. Obviously, if we've been in business for a while and we build up some cash that we can pay for that, obviously if you don't have cash, it's going to bother you. But if you got cash to fix it, it's like, man, the cash doesn't bother you so much. What bothers you is that, man, I've disappointed somebody. And I don't know how that morphs into people pleasing, etc. But from a leadership standpoint, and with the guys in my charge, my staff, it's like I want them to perform at their personal best. And then I'll live with the consequences of that, right? And so for our customers, it's the same thing, right? I'm gonna do my personal best, and if they're dissatisfied, like there's nothing I can do about it because I've done my personal best. And so anyway, it's really interesting when you talk to leaders, and anybody watching this video that doesn't own a small business, you might find that shocking. You might believe that what keeps owners up at night is actually cash. And I've not found that to be true.